You have been seeing like over 100, if not thousands, of super matches that have been on the Armwrestling card. And I do know personally that it's gonna be difficult for you to answer this, but we are gonna do the best we can here. So, what is the best Arm Wars matches you've seen personally?
Oh my God. Oh, yeah, that is hard. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, the reason that is so hard is because there's been a lot of incredible matches. So many times I found myself thinking, oh my God, that was something unique we just caught on camera. Incredible matches. I mean, I'll try and address this in a certain way, okay? I'll try and break it down based upon different criteria or compartmentalize them a little bit. Mm-hmm. If you were going for example, there's the sort of spit and sawdust, blood and grind match where it's just, and to coin the phrase that I've used many times, career-ending death war, where you think, oh my God, somebody's not going to get out of here. Now the master of having been in those matches is without question relentless Frode Haugland. There is no one drawing breath that I have ever seen be in so many incredible matches over so long against such a diverse spectrum of athlete, from another incredibly impressive puller like Nicholas Nanastad, Ambush, the Steel Giraffe. Nicholas has been incredible, been in some great matches with Frode, and at one point you put those two together, it was a recipe for war. Either arm. I remember in a number of the events we had at the Trafford Centre where those guys met and they beat the piss out of each other. I mean, horrific, unbelievable screamers. Time and time and time again, where you thought something's going to give, something's going to go down. But I would say that if you compartmentalize Nanastad, Haugland, probably I think at Acid Rain, their matches at Acid Rain, I'm pretty sure it was Acid Rain. It was either Acid Rain or Mighty Quest. They had...
I think it was Acid Rain.
I think it was Acid Rain, the second time they met, which was insane. And I think they finished 3-3 on both arms and went to Silver Bullet on both arms. And it was unbelievably intense. The Acid Rain card was special and unique because it was underpinned by a certain tempo, a certain atmosphere, which just was coming out of the whole thing. And we had a level of success within Europe at that time, and we were on Sky Sports here in the UK, which was really significant. And we were getting people in the crowd with banners and all kinds of stuff. But most of all, because we had a super match headline there between Monster Michael Todd and Devon Larratt. Monster Michael Todd like we'd never seen him before. And Monster Michael Todd has to get a mention there because some of the matches that guy had were phenomenal. Phenomenal matches. His match at Deep Water on the day that Devon Larratt defeated John Brasink and made his name there. The match that took place there between Marcio Barboza and Mike was mega. It was mega. It was an incredible match between two fabulous pullers. Now, that day at Acid Rain, Devon and Mike had come in there. He was the only guy that wanted to pull Devon. We'd approached everyone. I mean, everyone. We approached Eastern Europe en masse to try and get somebody to pull Devon, who was on a tear. He was killing people. Nobody wanted it. They would always, we had guys saying, oh, I'll pull left arm. But nobody wanted that right arm. He decimated Ron Bath a year earlier. I mean, brutalized him, a couple of years earlier at the Trafford Centre. And nobody wanted to know Devon at that time, except Michael Todd. who had plagued my ass and chased me all around, wanted that match bad. Said he'd get bigger, stronger than he'd ever done before. He wanted it bad. And I didn't want Mike to pull Devon. They were like my signature champions at heavyweight and super heavyweight, respectively. So I didn't want I had no interest in matching those guys. I wanted them to match against other people. And then you always had that headline draw, and their character remained very strong because they were headline draws and they were doing well for us. Mike wanted it. We went to the UAL. He pulled against Bresnan. I said, if you crack Bresnan over here, you can do something with Tim, then I'll give you that match. So we go over, he wins. And before I got on the coach, and before I'd taken my seat on the coach, he's like, so I get Larrett now. I get Larrett in arm. And I'm like, fuck. Okay, so we do the deal. But that whole thing, from the moment Mike stepped off the plane, huge, was bristling, It was just ready. Everybody could feel it. And it sort of cascaded down through the other guys that were in the show. And the thing somebody lit the fuse on that thing. It just caught fire, and it caught fire hard. And the whole weekend was just beyond belief. Match after match after match. They were just insane. It was an incredible card, incredible weekend. And Michael Todd, Devon Larratt that day was, without question, the most intense atmosphere I have ever encountered in an arm wrestling match in my life. It was unbelievable. The noise in that we had over 15,000 people in the Orient. It was like a football crowd, the noise. It was incredible. I don't think anybody that was there will ever forget that. The thing was banging. It was incredible. And the intensity and the atmosphere that came off those guys was off the scale, mate. It was unbelievable. So that's going to go down as one of the most memorable that I've ever seen for that reason. Another match that has to get a mention is Ron Bath, Yoshi Kanai. Triple XL London. Dramatic weekend. Ron Bath pulling incredibly strongly. Yoshi Kanai wouldn't die, wouldn't go away, just would not be beaten. He made up his mind that whatever the situation, whatever the position, he was going to contest it, and he was not going to take a backward step. And when you're doing that against an informed Ron Bath, who's always been a warlord, he's always been a battler, it just turned into an absolute signature Arm Wars match. It was everything that Arm Wars is about. Two guys from completely different areas of the world who didn't really understand each other. They didn't speak the same language, but the respect that those guys had for each other when that thing was done, it was just so evident. They left a piece of each other with the other guy that day. It was amazing. And I could have, matches like that are what arm wrestling's all about. And my only regret there is that I wasn't able to show that match and show those men in the way that we're doing now. Because if you did, oh my God, it was incredible, mate. It was incredible. There are so many. I'll tell you what it is. You talk about whole matches and you talk about elements within matches. This last event, Iron House. Jesus. There was a couple of matches. I can't give away details. There's a couple of matches in there, okay? Which one particular pin from one particular match was absolutely biblical. I can't really go any further. I'll give stuff away. But when you've only got 14 arm wrestlers in a house, right? Or 16 if you count the alternates, but 14 guys that were living at the house. And how many times in a collective of that small have you seen 4 professional arm wrestlers after matches led on their back gasping for air?
Not
you ever
often.
seen that? No. I'd never seen that before. We had 4 guys led on their back, led on the floor after them, on the floor like, holy shit, just gone, wiped out, flat out, screwed, nothing left. Like, want to go again? Q Neil, it's done. I'm gone, just completely shagged. Now that was great. Standing ovation from the lads in the room. Not for the cameras, not for anything, just for the, oh my God, Now that's real. That's what it's all about, right there.
Then we have definitely something to look forward to then.
Oh, I can't wait. Myself and James are really excited to show you. Iron House is stupid. It really is.
Yeah. Iron House is definitely a event that has literally been so secretive that the company Sony needed to get some notes from you.
That's down to the arm wrestlers, mate. I cannot thank the guys enough. We could not have picked a better crew of guys than we did. The guys that were able to make that show were amazing. They were amazing. They went to the bank. They put it up. They left it all there. It was amazing. There's so many incredible matches, you know. Anyway, you'll see.
I definitely will. Look forward to that. No spoilers at all. But when I do, when we are in this specific topic of very good Arm Wars matches, a match that pops in my head particularly, I like two matches, and both of them involves Michael Todd. And one of them was the Yoshi Kanai on the left arm, which was absolutely crazy. Amazing. And I will also add your match against Michael Todd at in Mallorca.
In Mallorca. Yeah, that was over in Mallorca. That's as a roller coaster emotions right there, mate. Let me tell you. The battlegrounds always throw up weird stuff, but yeah, it was great. It wasn't planned. I mean, I wasn't supposed to be pulling Mike. I was a lot smaller than Mike. Didn't want to pull Mike. Myself and Mike have pulled many times, but it was this kind of similar situation. Mike was the heavyweight champion of Arm Wars, so I didn't want to. But I kind of want to win, but I don't want to win. You know, it's a weird. You know,
like a double-edged sword.
Yeah. But just me and Mike have always loved pulling each other. At that time we had a lot of matches. On the left arm was always a lot of fun. We once pulled. This is no word of a lie. Forget the if you wanted to see a battle with me and Mike, we pulled a first to 100 pins. We pulled a match, myself versus Mike, lefty. We pulled first. This was after because of what happened there. Okay, so the whole match in that you see on the beach on San Paolo Beach came because of this. Because myself and Mike went out. We were just in Italy together, and we decided we'd had a couple of drinks, and we started talking to each other. I kick your ass, and you just banter. And so it's like, okay, mother, let's go. So we started arm wrestling. And myself and Mike, we pulled a first to 100. Yeah. So we did a lot of arm wrestling. And the score finished, I think it was one guy got 100, the other guy got 97 when we finished. So there were some screamers, some absolute immoral matches in that. It wasn't all flash pins. It was like you saw on the beach. We beat the piss out of each other for hours. And this thing ran like through the frigging course of the afternoon, right through to the evening. We were still going, like, here's another one. And it was just racking up those matches. So, yeah, good times. That was I had a lot of fun there.
That is definitely a match that definitely stands out in my head. I am looking at that match almost a lot of times just to get inspired. And I just looking at them and I'm like, holy shit, his arm is literally tearing up and he is pulling him back and Neil Pickup is just going,
Well, we always had a lot of fun on that arm because it was both myself and Mike are weaker on the left. It's not our arm, you know. We never it wasn't the signature arm for either of us. So we always had a lot of fun pulling. I mean, we've pulled many times on the right arm also, you know. But we myself and Mike used to be around the same class. I was 80 or 85. Mike was like 90. So we'd meet now and again. We've met in the States and stuff. We've met, various competitions around the world. But the left arm, we always had a lot of fun. We used to just make as many, take any opportunity to piss the other guy off and just start the banter. As soon as we landed somewhere, it'd be like, we'd be away. And next thing you know, we'd be on it. Yeah. So, but it was ace. We had a lot of fun. Good times. I really enjoyed matches with Mike.